In the game mode, let's go ahead and create another function where we'll be able to change the movement mode of the ghost at any given point of time. So what we can do is over here, we can go ahead and call this function as change movement mode. So custom event and call this change, we'll just call it change mode for all ghosts. Oops, for all ghosts. Now, the reason we are calling this for all ghosts is because whatever we do in the game mode, this is going to apply globally, of course. This is not going to be specific to any ghost. So again, even over here, we are going to call this and we are going to take this as an input this time. Okay, so we can also call it from here, so no harm in that. We can directly call the event dispatcher, but generally this is safer. So let's say you have some additional logic, you can put it in here. Another thing that I do want to mention is over here, let's just do a quick safety check. So we are going from scatter to chase. So we have to go to chase only if we are in scatter mode. If we are not in scatter mode, we should not do that. So it means that the user already took the power palette or whatever. So what we can do is, so this is not going to be here. This is going to be in ghost. So if we take a look at this, so starts in scatter, switches to chase after 7 seconds. So what we can do is, if this is chase, so if the new selection is chase, what we can do is we can check our current mode over here. So we can go ahead and check the current mode, and if the current mode is equal to scatter, only then we are going to head into chase. Otherwise we will not head into chase. So we'll just add a branch over here. So this is the condition check. We will do the rest of the things later on. Right, so this is the check which we will probably need. In the frightened mode though, without waiting for anything, we directly want to change to frightened. So whenever we take the power pellet basically, so this will apply globally to all the ghosts. So what we'll do is we are going to change the current mode to be equal to frightened. So we'll change this to frightened. Alright. And this if check is something which we will take a look. So there is probably some error in the condition. So we will take a look at this later. So we'll go ahead and set the current mode to frightened so that it updates by the time we call the derived class function. So a minor error over here, just make sure you set can never affect navigation on the capsule to be true. So that's going to fix all our errors. So now if I were to go ahead and check this, so now it's going to work and all the ghosts are going to take the corresponding corners. Scatter mode is something pretty easy to set up. What we can do is we can just have 4 target points or any actors set up on the 4 corners of the maze. So with that we can use that as a reference point to kind of go there. We can use name instead of string. So we can use tags. In fact, I'll show you how tags work. So we'll drag a target point and I'll put this in the corner here. The placement need not be accurate, so it can be somewhere near the corner over here. So if we put that over here, what this will basically act as is a reference point. So I believe the map is going to be something like this. So this is going to be top right. So top right, so we'll call this one top right. The way you change that is under the details panel, you can actually change the tags. So if you search for tag, actor tag is what you want to change, and over here we are going to change this to be top right. Of course, this is going to be top right, this is going to be top left, of course, in that case. So this is going to be top left. Alright, so now we need bottom left. bottom left, and we'll drag this again to be bottom right. So alt drag to duplicate. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of that by this point. So this will be bottom right. So we'll use these as reference points. And what we can do is we can in fact even just store it off at the beginning. So under inky, blinky or whatever, what we can do is we can store them on begin play. So in Ghost, we can have a variable called target corner like this. And what we can do is we can set this to an actor, or we can just store a location. So anything is fine. So target corner by default, let it be 0. But what this should do on begin play is it should actually in theory go ahead and set it. So that's what we are going to do. So under blinky, we are going to set this. So blinky is going to be top right. So in the begin play event of blinky, what we'll do is we are going to set the target corner. So target corner to be the location of that point. So we'll get actor by tag. So actor tag. So get all actors with tag is something we can use. Alright, you should not call this every time. We are just doing this since we are calling this just once in the game. So get all actors with tag, and this is going to be top right. Alright, or this, since this is not so usable, we can actually store the tag itself. So instead of that, we can make this code a little more reusable, and we'll call this can be target corner location, and this one can be target corner. So target corner. So this one can be a name. Alright, and this is none over here, but for blinky it's going to be top right. So we can go to the class defaults, and over here is going to be top right. So blinky is top right, pinky is top left. So we can open up pinky. Pinky is going to be top left. So top left, I hope I spelled that correctly. And inky is going to be bottom right. So we can change that over here. This will be bottom right. And Clyde is going to be bottom left. We'll close all these. So Clyde is going to be bottom left. Alright. So now, in theory, if we have set up the scatter modes correctly, so what we'll do is we'll correct that in the game mode. So we'll set that up basically. So we have this, and this should be after 7 seconds. So after 7 seconds, we are going to change the mode, but for the first 7 seconds, we are going to be in scatter mode. So in Ghost, what we can do is upon scatter, we can go to whatever corresponding corner we are at. So that's basically what we are going to do. So what we'll do is we'll go to the corresponding target corner. So we'll get the target corner location. So first of all, to get the target corner location, we can do that on begin play itself. So on begin play, once everything is done, so once we add the event listener, or we can do that slightly before it. So over here, we can go ahead and set the target corner location to be the corresponding location. So we can put this under get references itself. So target corner. So actor tag, if I just search for it, get all actors with tag. And there is going to be only one actor with that tag. So we're just going to get a reference to the first one. And what we'll do is we'll get the actor location. And this is basically going to be the target corner location. So what we've basically done is we have set up a system where we have a target corner variable, and based on the ghost it's going to set it up correctly. That's basically what we have done. And now what we can do is we can call start game. We can just give a small delay, just a delay of 1 second to ensure everything is initialized and stuff. And upon start game, what we can also do is we can change the movement mode. So change movement mode for all ghosts to scatter. So change movement mode for all ghosts. So not sure if, okay, it's called change mode for all ghosts. So change mode for all ghosts, and we'll go to scatter. Alright, so we don't have the logic set up yet. So what we can do is we can call AI move to once again, and this time instead of just being a random location, in scatter mode what we can do is we can go to the target corner location. Of course this will just be for the first 7 seconds, so this shouldn't be much of a problem. And on success or on fail, we will see what to do. Maybe we'll just stay there. So there's a simple example for the game, so we'll probably just stay there. Alright, so let's see. We have two blinkies. So what we'll do is, just for testing purposes, we'll add a Clyde, and we'll add an inky, and we'll also add a pinky. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we hit simulate. So after a second, they start moving to the corresponding corners. Alright. So let's see where our ghosts are standing right now. So I guess the time is up. So otherwise it wouldn't have happened. So one of these ghosts are basically stuck, I believe. So I'm not sure if this is stuck. Yeah, this is actually stuck. So which one is this? This is actually Blinky. So we'll just move him a little bit. So not sure why he's stuck. So really confused right now as to why he's stuck. Mostly that's something to do with this. So let's not call anything over here. And let's go ahead and remove the event as well. We'll handle that later. Now if I go ahead and run it. So as you see, even Blinky moves. So we should have all the ghosts in the 4 corners. So we have Inky. So Inky is stuck because of Pacman or whatever. Clyde is in the corner. Blinky is also in the corner. So this should actually dynamically update. So we'll fix that a bit later on. But for now, this seems to be working. So a minor error over here, just make sure you set can ever affect navigation on the capsule to be true. So that's going to fix all our errors. So now if I were to go ahead and check this, so now it's going to work, and all the ghosts are going to take the corresponding corners. So the scatter mode is working.